We'll start off with the away team, that being the Patriots. And their first advantage is that they have a solid nickelback in Marcus Jones against a below average wide receiver in Greg Dortch. So that's pretty advantageous. Kyler Murray doesn't throw to his slot all that much because he's more preoccupied with, I was going to say throwing to Marvin Harrison Jr. He doesn't really throw to him either. Michael Wilson, on the other hand, he throws to him every now and again, though. Trey McBride, those are his real options. But it's nice to be able to take any receiver out of the equation, and that's probably going to happen with Marcus Jones. He is, I would say, between all right and good. So he's a very decent player, and Dortch is just not all that good. So there is a discrepancy there in the talent. And the biggest advantage for the Patriots here is, as we shift to the offense, that they have an above average tight end in Hunter Henry. And that's more profound because the Cardinals are lacking at linebacker. So that's a really good advantage for them. They have one of the upper echelon tight ends in the league. I'd say like top 15, maybe, 15, but that's still top 15. And they're going against one of the weaker linebacking cores in the league, so that's pretty big. Shifting to the Cardinals now, we have Kyler Murray being greater than Drake May, as Kyler Murray to me is a tier 2 quarterback, which is roughly top 10, and Drake May is a tier 3 quarterback, which is anywhere from average to a little bit above average. So he's not bad, but I would much rather have Kyler Murray, even with his warts, not always seeing defenders and sometimes being crowded by them as they contain rush. But I'll take Kyler Murray for sure. He's a very good quarterback, and I prefer him pretty handedly over May. That isn't to say that I always will, but based on where they are right now in their careers, I definitely would. Next, we have that Arizona has a very quality pass blocking unit versus a bad New England pass rush. There's not really too much to expand here. The Cardinals have a legitimately good pass protection, as they have from left tackle to right tackle, they don't really have a weakness. And they have some pretty good players overall. I would say the biggest one being Paris Johnson, who is very solid and is only probably going to get better still as he is still young. So that's nice. On a similar note, we have that the Cardinals have a middling run blocking line, and they're going against a poor New England run defense. So that's again pretty big. Anytime you get anything that is above poor against poor, that's really advantageous. Next, for the final part of their offense, we have the Cardinals having the aforementioned elite Trey McBride against poor coverage linebackers. It's like Hunter Henry, but on steroids. Trey McBride is a premier tight end. He's not, the 15th best. He's, I would say at worst, the 5th best. But more accurately, he's probably the 2nd or 3rd. I'd probably go with the 2nd. So, yeah, he's a very good talent, even if he is allergic to the end zone. That's not all his fault, though, so I'm not going to ostracize him completely for that. As we shift now to the defense, if you're enjoying this video, make sure you like and subscribe for more NFL content. with that out of the way, the Patriots have a terrible run blocking line, and they're going against a meh Arizona run defense. It's not spectacular by any stretch, but it's about average. And again, that's a big difference between terrible, especially. I was talking before, poor and mediocre are very different, but terrible and mediocre, that's extremely different. So that's a big advantage for the Cardinals. They're going to make the Patriots one dimensional. Moreover, they have the advantage at edge versus offensive tackle with Zaven Collins as the pretty good, pretty pretty good edge rusher against an awful offensive tackle and Demontre Jacobs. Jacobs is somebody I'm just learning about now. I didn't realize his story whatsoever. He is a very low end offensive tackle. He's one of the worst in the league. I didn't know who he was until I looked at the lineups for this game. So that's not a good sign. What is also not good is that we have a below average Dante Stills versus a terrible interior offensive line for the Patriots. So again, this is kind of a weird one because the Cardinals player isn't very good of his own fruition, but he's going to be much better than the matchup because the Patriots probably have the worst interior offensive line in the entire league. It is so devoid of talent. It's not good in run blocking or pass protection. So it is really problematic. The final advantage for the Cardinals is that they are the home team. So there's not really too much to expand upon there. That's kind of open and shut. In all, I think the Cardinals are going to win, and I think they're going to win rather convincingly. The Patriots are not a complete disaster. They're not totally devoid of talent, but they're not much better than that. And the Cardinals are a really functional offense. They might not be good on defense, but they have the offense going. So that's why I'm going with the Cardinals here. Those are my thoughts on this game. Be sure to let me know what yours are in the comment section. And also be sure to like and subscribe for more football content.